Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real2reel360. KYs.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real2reel360 show. Let's get it in. We do the knowledge of wisdom so you can understand. Real2reel360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy our show. Peace. Peace to Allah's mighty 5% nation of gods and earth, to all the human families on the planet Earth. We give you a love, peace, and happiness. I salute. What's good, everybody? It's the one and only DJ KY's Allah, aka Kato, the Black Superhero. Welcome to Real2reel360 show. Lock it down. You hear what I'm telling you? Lock it down, because if you don't lock it down, you're going to slide on out the view, because we got a dynamic show for you today. And without further ado, let's do it right. I'm going to bring on my co-host with the most, none other than my brother, my baby brother in God. Y'all know who time it is. Mr. Joshua Miller, Mr.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
But who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD.
Peace, Almighty. What it do? Peace. Uh-oh.
Peace. Peace to all our followers and likers and subscribers. Want to check in today, make sure everybody's locked and loaded. Make sure everybody is locked and loaded right now. Take all our likers and subscribers. Make sure you share this feed right here, because this today is going to be real informative. His name is on the buzz for every individual, for us promoters, you know what I'm saying, podcast interviewers. Everybody wants this young man because his music is so smooth and the way he delivers himself. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together for Mr. JLake, the Soul Link in the building.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
What's going on, fellas?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing?
What's going on, fellas?
Man,
Peace, how you doing, bro?
For sure.
How's everything with you?
Man, everything's great, man. Everything is great. You know what I'm saying? Just been in the studio working, man, and getting ready for new music to drop. So we're just grinding, for sure.
You ready to get it? You good, John?
Yeah. As far as I know, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, I don't know if it's a delay somewhere, but you know, it's crazy today, right?
You're nervous. Don't worry about Lake. He'll be all right. He look a little nervous about the fan out.
I got you.
Yo, man, I'm gonna tell you, man. Like, and all jokes aside, like, this has been a crazy week. You know what I'm saying? Had Sweet Tea yesterday, then today we got JLake. You know what I mean? So who wouldn't? You know what I'm saying?
We got an all-star lineup, man, this week, man.
That's it. But want to give JLake an opportunity to introduce himself to the followers, listeners, and fans himself. Give him a little tidbit of who he is.
Well, my name is JLake, man. I'm a songwriter, artist, producer. I'm from a small town, Bolivar, Tennessee. Very small town, about 50 minutes from Memphis, Tennessee. Actually, I live in Memphis, Tennessee. Man, I've been doing music, all of my life, man. I grew up in church. I was a church musician. Been in quartet groups and played for choirs and everything. Been able to produce for a little bit for some of the major dealerships like Nissan, Mazda, those platforms. Also, been able to be on many shows with a lot of the R&B greats like Tank, Genuine, Life Jennings, and been with all the greats on the Southern Soul side, man. So I've been grinding for a long time, putting in work, man. So I'm just here, man, just grinding it out. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Most definitely, most definitely. When did you start in the music business?
Man, I've been in the music. I'm 36 years old. I'll be 37 in August, man. I've been in the music business since I was very young. Like I said, my mom had a quartet group out of the small city of Bolivar, Tennessee, and man, we was traveling and doing shows with some of the major artists back when I was like 7, 8 years old. And I've been in several gospel groups, man, and been able to be in groups opening for like Ty Tribbett and Fred Hammond and some of the bigger artists, man. And around the age of 15 years old, I decided I wanted to do some R&B. So I invested in a little studio equipment in school and man started making beats and tracks and stuff like that. Started recording and getting my music out to the kids in school, just seeing what was going on. And I just kept going, man. I always produced my own music, always wrote my own music, and started out, man, singing at local bars and local clubs, locally. And man, I put a song out, man, back in 2007 called Paint a Picture. It started playing on the radio, and man, I was able to start opening for a lot of major artists, man. Yes, sir.
Catalog is long. I see
it's long.
It's good.
It's long, man. It's long. Yes, sir.
Definitely. But right now, we have one of your songs queued up called Party. Now, what was the inspiration behind Party, and did anybody help you coordinate, do the music or writing with that song?
Well, Party was the very first Southern Soul song that I recorded. And I recorded that about three or 4 years ago. Actually, when I recorded that song, I wasn't even necessarily trying to be in the genre of Southern Soul. I was an R&B artist, and I just decided my brother, man, was a big Southern Soul fan. So he was like, hey, man, just do one Southern Soul song, and just see how it goes. So, and if you hear the song in Party, the first thing I say is I'm going to do it one time for Southern Soul, meaning that was going to be my only song. You know what I'm saying? Right. But what happened is, man, I put the record out and I started getting booked on the Southern Soul genre, man. I've been working ever since. So, but my brother inspired me to do the song. I went in the studio. I'm from quartet, so I just wanted to make something that was a little churchy, had a little church feel to it. And we got Party, man. It hit number 17 on the iTunes charts when it first came out. Right. And I just been gigging, man, ever since.
Let's get to it then.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Party right here on the Real2reel360. Let's make it happen.
So late.
Yeah. I wanna party.
I wanna do it one time for Southern Soul.
Casino.
It's your boy JL.
We can run to the country.
It's Friday.
As long as we are having fun.
And I'm ready to have a good time.
Yeah. It's Friday. Just got off. Got to run by the store. Get a 12-pack of that Coke. Michelob. Gotta run home, take a shower, put on some clothes.
Yeah, I gotta get fresh so I can step out.
Put on my best cologne, check the mirror, and hit the door. You know what? I think I wanna party. Oh yeah, might just hit the casino. It don't matter, I just wanna run to the country by the juke. As long as we are having fun, I just wanna have a good time. I wanna party, yeah. Casino, it don't matter, I got money to run to the country by the juke. As long as we are having fun, I just wanna have a good time. I might ride down to the cup and hit the table.
It don't matter, man.
Yeah. Or I might ride to the country by the juke joint and hang with the neighbor.
You know I'm always down for the country.
Yeah. Uncle Mike, he always fried fish on Friday.
My little brother.
I might stop by and get me a plate before it get too late. All I'm trying to tell you, I wanna party. I just wanna have a good time. Casino, it don't matter. I got money. Ride to the country, buy a cheap joint. As long as we are having fun, I just wanna have a good time. I wanna party. Come on and ride with me. Casino, I'm feeling lucky tonight. We can ride to the country, buy a cheap joint. As long as we are having fun, it don't matter. I just wanna have a good time. The top play it for me. Oh, yeah. It don't matter, I just wanna have a party. I just wanna have a good time. Casino, I wanna hit the table. Ride to the country, buy with you. As long as we are having fun, I just wanna have a good time, baby. I wanna party. We can go anywhere you want. Casino, I just wanna have a good time. We can ride to the country, buy the juke. As long as we are having this Friday, I wanna have a good time party.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Smooth right there.
Yes, sir. Hey, JLake, where's Tunica again?
Man, Tunica's down the road from Memphis, man. Tunica like 45 minutes from me.
Where that's
Tunica,
at?
Mississippi.
Ooh, Mississippi.
Yeah, Tunica, Mississippi, man. And you know, in that record, man, I just wanted to make it. I wanted to bring the record home, so I wanted to talk about things that really go on. Like in the song, I said, Uncle Mike, he's frying fish. That I have a real uncle named Mike that fry fish. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And, you know, and I threw Tunica in it. You know what I'm saying? Tunica is down the street. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just a home record.
Yeah. I tell you, reason why I say that because you know somebody over there, they be having a little issue when I shout out the SIP, you know.
Oh man,
folks from the SIP, I got to shout the SIP out over there.
Yeah,
but no, like being young in the business, and you seeing how the business has changed and grown since you started out, especially coming from the gospel quartet into R&B and Southern soul. How much has it changed for you as an artist?
Well, it hasn't changed much for me. You know, like the type of music that I'm making now, it's always, you know, been sitting, you know, in the back. You know what I'm saying? I always could do it. I just wasn't sure about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing R&B, but man, you know, our Southern Soul has been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing. I've been moving more now than I ever have in my music career. And but it hasn't changed much because, man, you know, I work in the studio by myself. I produce my own records. I write my own records. Man, I go to the shows. I mind my business. You know what I'm saying? I perform. I do good business, and I only want good business. And I move around. So I really still move the same way I was moving in R&B and the same way I was moving in gospel, man. Most definitely.
Well, I think we got, 2 songs queued up to come back to back now. But when we come back from this music break, I want to talk to you about how the experience of growing up in the Memphis metro area influenced your music.
Okay.
All right. Hey, K, take us to the next song, bro.
All right. The next one we got in queue will be Part-Time Lover.
Let's go.
There's a lot of them out there today.
Yes, sir.
Get it.
I got to tell you how it is. Listen. I know you got a man at the crib, but I like it when you show me what it is. Calling my phone, telling me you wanna wait. Let's get it in, cause I know that you can't stay. You got the kind of love you can't let go. Got me begging for you, girl, and I want some more. You my part-time lover, and I know it, girl. I gotta let you know you rock my world. Your love is so good and messy. I just can't let it go. No. Every time we get done, baby, you walk out the door, put him on again. Have you all the time, baby? But you can be my part-time lover. Oh, I know again. Have you all the time, baby? Oh, baby. But you can be my part-time lover. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you leave, I just sit there, watch the door, hoping you would come back to give me more. Then I realize I'm just part-time. I can't have you when I want you, and that's on my mind. I need you right here next to me, so we can make up, you and me. I really hate to let you go, cause when you leave, I want more. Your love is so good to me, see. I just can't let it go, no. Every time we get done, baby, you walk out the door, but I know we can't have you all the time, baby. But you can be my part-time lover. Oh, I know we can't have you all the time, baby. Oh, baby. But you can be my part-time lover. Oh, yeah, yeah. Even though I want to have you all the time, I gotta be part-time lover. Oh, baby, when I'm lonely, I know I can't have you all the time. No, part-time lover. Oh, yeah, yeah. I know it's wrong, but it feels right. Can I have it tonight? Can I have it tonight? Your part-time lover. Part-time love, your part-time lover. I can be that baby. It's wrong, but it feels right. I know it's wrong. Can I have it tonight? Can I have it tonight? Your part-time. I know I can't be full-time. Your part-time, but give me just a little bit more. I'll be whatever I gotta be, as long as I'm with you. No matter when you call me, ooh, ooh, I got it bad. I'll be part-time love. Yes, I will.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm talking about the part-time lover. He is the part-time lover.
Yeah, I mean, when I write my songs, man, my songs don't necessarily, be about me in my situations. I just write, what other people be going through a lot of times, and make a record about it, man. It's fitting for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
No
Absolutely.
question.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Kim. Appreciate you checking in. Kim from
Absolutely.
Connected Dot. Much love. Much love to everybody checking in. But growing up in that Memphis metro area, how was the influence of the music there? Because you said that you was mostly into R&B and your brother was into Southern Soul. How was that? Because we know Memphis is so. How was that influence musically on you?
Well, the music, I picked up the music, man, strictly, mostly from my hometown because my family does music. My family does gospel. So my mom, my brother,
Right.
my uncle, they all done gospel. And then my brother sung in a quartet group out of Memphis, Tennessee. So he started, one of my brothers, he started pulling me towards Memphis. So that's how I started getting familiar with a lot of the BB Kings, the people that play at the local bars in Memphis, and I got connected with all of those guys. But man, my roots are gospel, man, and but I know everybody, and I've been able to work with everybody. So, a lot of times when I see people perform, I take from what they doing, man, and add to, and take away and stuff like that. So it's a learning process. But my hometown, Bolivar, Tennessee, man, it's a lot of singers came out of Bolivar, Tennessee.
Right.
They probably didn't take it seriously and pursue it as a career, but it's a lot of talented singers from my hometown, musicians as well. So, man, my mom, man, my family, man, is really where I kind of, inherited, you know, all of the music that you're hearing from me is come from my hometown.
At what age did you make your very first record?
Have to be like 15 years old. 15. And like I said, of course, you know, you learn it, man. You know, it wasn't all that good back then. It's trial and error, you know what I'm saying? Trial and
Right.
error. It wasn't all that good. But you know, the kids in school was like, oh man, you know, it's dope because it was just cool for them to know they had somebody that was just trying to make music. And you know, man, I was putting out music, man, and burning CDs, man, and taking it to school and just giving it away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So 2007, I graduated high school in '05. 2007, I dropped that single Part-Time Lover. I went to the radio station and I dropped it off. And the DJ was like, hey, man, I'm going to play this record, you know, for 6 weeks and see how it go. You know, if the people love it, we're going to keep it on. If they don't, we're going to take it off. And, man, they played that song, man, for years and years on that station, man. It actually ended up on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, Cheryl Underwood Show. It ended up on a couple of shows, man. So that was a blessing as well.
Now, how was it the first time you heard your record on the radio? Like, how was that? Because you get to your friends and everything else. I mean, how it played.
Man, I remember that day
on the radio. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, I remember that day like it was yesterday. My dad is deceased now, but I remember when that song came out, I was at my pop's house, and I told him that, you know, the radio station, they called and was like, hey, we finna get ready to play your song. I told my pops, I was like, hey, man, they finna play my song on the radio. And, man, we sat on his porch, man, and waited for that song to come on. And, man, they played the record, man, and I was just smiling from ear to ear. And people was calling, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, I just heard your song on the radio. And man, it was crazy, man. That was my very first single, and people still love that song today. Sometimes I still put it in my show, all the way from 2007.
Now, a lot of people, when they speak about JLake, they talk about the soulful singer, right? That's all they talk about is the soul, the feeling of the music. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics, how it hit home with a lot of people. How is it for you when people acknowledge you on that type of level, whereas you're not actually a Southern soul artist, you're just a soul singer?
Right, absolutely.
So
I'm glad you noticed that. You know, I'm glad you noticed that, and the reason why I say that is because you never know what direction, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go in. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a song I just released not long ago called Do Right, which is a straight R&B song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I'm dropping, it may be Southern soul, it may be R&B. You know what I'm saying? You never know which direction I'm coming from. So I really don't want to just be locked into just one genre. You know what I'm saying? Because I just call myself a soul singer, soul artist, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is from the soul, you know what I'm saying? And I make all type of music, man.
See, that's where everybody fails to realize music is universal, you know.
Absolutely.
Try not to put a label on it, but you know, if it falls into this line, it could be that for them. But then if it's heard over here, it falls in it. It's all what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, absolutely, man. Just like the song Party, you know, a lot of people told me that Party could have fell into country a little bit. The way the track is, they felt like it could have went over into country because of the guitar that's in the record. So I try to be different, man. I don't try to I try to change the lanes up, you know, in a lot of the records. So that's the thing, man.
Absolutely. We definitely appreciate the vibe with you.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Now, what's the next song we got up, Kay?
Turn it loose, baby. Turn it loose. Man, you gotta turn it loose.
Yeah.
And let it go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then we gotta let it go. Let's let it go. You hold it on.
Turn it loose.
Right. Let's let it go.
If you got a good thing, you better keep it. Well, I found my good thing, and I just can't turn it loose. Let me tell you why. Woke up this morning, having a good woman around. See, whenever I'm gonna be right there. So let her know I got her back. Baby, I care. See, your love is so good. Baby, I swear. Your love is so good. Your love is so good. Yeah. No. Your love is so good. Your love is so good. Yeah. I can't. No. Your love is so good. It's good to me. I just can't turn you on. I can't turn you away. No. Your love is so good. It's good. I just can't turn you on. I can't turn you away. When I need you love, she always ready. Talking about good love. That good love always stays. Steady love. No matter when I want it. She's always there, always. Even when I don't, she's down the round and round. Talking about any way I wanna be loved. She's the best that I ever had. I don't mean to brag, but she's good, real good down in my soul. She got just what I need. That's why I'm telling you. See, whenever I'm gonna be right there. So let her know I got her back. Baby, I care. See, your love is so good. Baby, I swear. Your love is so good. Your love is so good. Boy, I just can't turn you on. I can't. It's so good. You're mighty good to me. I just can't turn you on. Your love is so good. Yeah, it's so good. I would be a fool to turn it loose. I just can't turn you on. Can't let it go. No, it's so good. Can't find no yeah.
Yeah, you know it's funny now. I'm a musician. I play the drums professionally myself.
Okay.
So there's certain things that stand out in certain songs when I hear it. And one thing in particular that I heard on this one was that organ.
Oh yeah.
That keyboard had that Hammond sound.
Right, absolutely.
So I said, yeah. I said, I gotta have that. I can hear that.
Yeah.
That song is blues, churchy, R&B. It's just a smooth croon. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's that easy, like just going with it. That's it.
Yeah. And that's what I was going for. You know what I'm saying? I was going for a bluesy, churchy feel, like your. I know you probably heard of Cooling Water.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I was going for that type of vibe. You know. Shout out to DJ Dre. What's up, man?
Yeah, Dre's in the building. Mr. Nasty Man done came in the building. Mr. Nasty Man done came in the building. Now, recently you had an experience with the GOAT. Y'all went to, I think, the Grammy dinner, or I want to say it correctly, but it was something with the Grammys.
Yeah.
And how was that experience for you?
Man, it was great. Actually, man, when I first at the party release, man, Omar was one of the first people that reached out to me, you know what I'm saying, to check on me, make sure I was good. You know, he liked what I had going on. So he was like, man, you dope. So Omar put me on this album, man, when I first came in. So I'm on a record with Omar. So man, just last week, man, it happened all of a sudden. The Grammy, they was doing a Grammys new member celebration. And Omar is now a new member, you know what I'm saying, a part of the voting member. So yeah, man, and he was coming to Memphis, and they was having this, you know, great celebration. And he called me and was like, hey man, like, what you doing, you know, on Monday? And I was like, I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I want you to come to this Grammy celebration with me. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to DJ Kel. Yeah, he was like, man, I want you to come to this celebration with me. So he was like, man, I can refer to people, and you are one of the people that I want to refer to come in to be, you know, part of the Grammys voting member celebration. You know what I'm saying? So I live here in Memphis, man, and I met up with Omar and shot over there. Man, we met a lot of great people from New Orleans, St. Louis, man, all over the place, Mississippi. Great people, man, and just networking, man, and it was some Grammy winning people there. You know what I'm saying? So just shaking hands and introducing ourselves. Me and Omar made a lot of connections, man. Part of that Grammy celebration, so it was really dope, man. So I shout out to Omar for inviting me. So hopefully soon I'll be a part of that situation as well.
Now with the Grammys, how do you feel about introducing Southern Soul to the Grammy Award ceremony?
Man, honestly, man, I think it would be great, but I think it need to be some more. Uh, I hate to say this, but I think it need to be more organized before it started getting into bigger things like BT and Grammys and stuff like that. I think it needs some more organization. Some stuff need to be lined up more. You know, I wouldn't want us to go in, not being prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think it need to be some things in line before it move over that way.
Now,
But one day I think it will get there though.
definitely, if we have more individuals involved with the process and understanding the process, I
Right.
think that it could get to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to Southern Soul, what are some of the things? Because it's basically an independent genre of music, even though you do have like record labels here and there, but it's mostly independent. What do you think about Southern Soul as a artist that your music does to help improve the push in the music business?
Well, as far as Southern Soul, man, I try to be a part of the people that's just making sure we deliver good music. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that's coming through is not good. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like everything is sliding through. You know what I'm saying? Everything is sliding through. So I just want to be one of those people that when people hear Southern Soul or R&B or whatever for the first time, and they hear my music, they run across my music. I want them to feel like, hey, they got some good stuff over there. So that's why I just really be particular on what I release. You know what I'm saying? When people hear my music, I want to be able to put, I know it's hard for everybody to like every song, but I want everything that I release, I want it to be good. I want people to go look at my catalog and be like, man, this great. This guy make great music. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like everybody should be like that. That should be the thought. I think a lot of people just go in the studio and just create something, just throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's not going to look good for the genre. You know what I'm saying? So some people got to be the doorkeepers with, keeping the great music alive. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Do you feel that
that's a part of the structure, like DJ Drake was saying, that's part of the structure. You know what I'm saying? If we hear music come in that's not ready, we can't let that slide through because everybody is watching Southern Soul right now.
That's right.
Now-
Everybody, I'm talking about people that don't know anything about it, acting like they acting about, through the likes of the King Georges and others, they starting to learn about it. So, when they hear the other music outside of the King George or the Tuckers or whatever, you want them to be like, oh, this music is great as well. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to keep digging in and running into the bad stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Now, in R&B and in soul music, they have mentors that help different groups and different singers be able to hone their skills. Do you feel that in Southern Soul you need that type of mentorship with a lot of new artists that's coming through?
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think a lot of them need that. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I've been blessed, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I first touched Southern Soul, and really to this day, man, the big brothers to me, which me and J1 is around the same age, but I talk to J1 2 and 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? So he's been in the game, way longer than me as far as Southern Soul. So we talk, and when he give me ideas and he, tell me routes to go and stuff like that, because I still feel like I'm new in the genre. You know what I'm saying? I only been in the genre like 3 years.
Right.
So I talk to LJ Echols all the time. You know what I'm saying? I got a record. LJ newest single that's coming out is produced by me. So I talk to LJ all the time. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Calvin Richardson since I was young. So I used to speak to Calvin, and he would talk to him and Omar, all of the guys, man. Been rapping lately with Magic One. It's just a lot of guys that's been reaching out, and they love what I'm doing, man, and they keeping me on the up and up. You know what I'm saying, as I move through the genre.
And with that, the brotherhood of music, the fraternity of Southern soul artists or soul artists, I feel is definitely needed, and especially to improve and bringing the younger generation that's coming into the music.
Right.
Now, you have a song called "One of a Kind."
Mhm.
Was that specifically for someone that was on your mind at the time, or it
Well,
was?
I mean, if you say that, you got to say all of them is about somebody. But yeah, man, honestly, um, I would say yes, man. I would say yes. I do have a beautiful lady, man, and I write. Sometimes I write, based off that, and sometimes I write just because I want people to enjoy, love music. You know what I'm saying? And but so like sometimes I write about myself, sometimes I write about people, other people. So yeah, man, I wrote that song and sent it to my guy Urban Mystic. I can't leave him out because me and Urban Mystic been good friends for a long time.
Right.
And actually, Herb heard Party, and he was like, "Man, I wanted to be on that." You know what I'm saying? But he was like, "Hey, bro, like we need to do some music together. Whatever you send my way, I trust you. You know what I'm saying? I love your music. I know you're gonna send some great stuff." So I sent him One of a Kind, and he hopped on it, man. And actually, One of a Kind right now, man, is one of my biggest songs right now. Between me and him promoting it, it's been a big record. It's doing good numbers on YouTube and downloads and everything, man. So One of a Kind is one of my top songs. I can't go do a show without doing that song.
I wanted to ask you because when I saw it said featuring Urban Mystic, I was like, yeah, that's one of my boys. I was like, sometimes people that got great voices, but the A&Rs sometimes just seem like they don't stand behind the greatness of a person's work. And I feel like Urban Mystic was one of the ones that's great missed artists because that has I've loved him when he first came out. I was like, whoa, who was this cat with this voice, man?
Yeah. And shout out to my DJ. My DJ is on live now. DJ Belo. He's out of Bolivar, Tennessee, man. He's making major moves back my way. But I do want to say, yeah, man, Urban Mystic has always been great. Always been great. And now when he's recording music, he'll send it to me, man, and let me check it out, man, before he release it. You know what I'm saying? So he's still dropping some amazing music. I want people to get a hold of it a little more. You know what I'm saying? But he still releases some great. I actually just produced a song for Urban Mystic as well that's coming out soon. So yeah, man, Urban Mystic is my guy.
All right.
All right, let's get it.
So we're going to do this back to back. We're going to go into One of a Kind featuring Urban Mystic. And then right after that, we're going to jump right into Do Right. So before we start playing, Do Right was based on what again? Because you touched on that before.
Yeah, Do Right, man. I wrote Do Right because, like a lot of times, man, when men go through situations with a woman and whether they done messed up or the relationship has kind of went sour or whatever, and you're trying to make that thing right, but she's always turning her back on you. It's like no matter what you do, it's just always something. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to make a great conversation with her, she wanna, argue with you and everything. It's just like so. This song says, when I try to do right, it always turned back on me. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what I done or what I try to do to fix things, she's always reminded of the old things that I've done. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote a song about it, man. So I hope that everybody enjoyed that one as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go back to back with One of a Kind featuring Urban Mystic, followed by Do Right. Let's get it.
One of a kind. Oh yeah. Ain't a thing out here in those streets. My woman, she's real good. Always treat me right. She always got my back on the ups and downs, happy or sad. all right. And she does. No need for running around, laying out in the streets. I got a good woman at home, and she does what I need. My girl is one of a kind, one of a kind. Oh, yeah, out in those streets, nobody like the one I love. I searched all over. My girl is one of a kind, one of a kind. Yes, sir. Out in those things, not a thing, not a thing. Can I get a witness? I made up my mind. I ain't running no more. I got a woman at home, and she ain't no joke. I know she made me breakfast in the morning time. Say your prayers when I'm asleep. I don't know about the woman you want, but boy, that's just the woman I need. I made up my mind. Took my boys on the piano. When I found out that this woman just made me bad, I got one of a kind. I found out y'all anything out in those streets. Anything out in those streets. Oh no. Yes, I got a one of a kind. One of a kind. Anything out in not a thing, not a thing, not a thing, not a thing. I've tried and I've searched. I got a one of a kind. One of a kind. Oh, anything out. Every time I turn around, my baby is right there. My girl is one of a kind, one of a kind. She's making money think out, y'all. I don't know about the woman you want, but boy, that's just the woman I want. One of a kind, one of a kind. Yeah, she think out in the streets. Yeah, and I got a one of a kind. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
I know I gave you trouble in the past, but I'm not the same man I used to be. I had to make a change in my life. I had to make things right. I know I broke you, damn near destroyed you, made you cry all night long. Doing all I can just to make things better, but it just don't seem like we gon' make it. When I try to do right, when I try to do right, always come back home. Every time I try, trying to be better, all I can do right now. I'm running in the street, you still think I'm in the street. When I try to do right, when I try to do right, always come back home. Always come back home. I'm trying to be better, doing the best I can. Think I'm running in the street, think I'm running in the street. Every time we go to bed, lay down to sleep, you always turn your back on me. Every time I try to have a good conversation, you always find a way to disagree. No matter if I come right home from a long day of work, you find a way to give me funny face. I don't know what to do to get through to you. This thing is getting a little crazy. When I try to do right, oh yeah, always come back on me. Always on me. I'm trying to be better. No matter what I do right, I'm running in the street. I done left the streets. I try to do right. Always come back. You always turn your back on me. I'm trying to be better. I'm a new man, babe. You think I'm running in the street? You think I'm running in the street? How long does it take to get through to you? I wanna know. Tell me how long does it take to get through to you? Cause when I try to do right, hey, always come back on me. Trying, babe, and I'm trying to be better. Trying to do the best I can. Running in the street, I don't want the streets, I want you, babe. Hey, always come back on me. Forgive me, and I'm trying to be better. I'm a better man. I'm running in the street, doing the best I can. Oh.
Now, look here.
Man, drop a bomb on that. Hold on. Drop a bomb on that right there, K.
Let me slam dunk him with that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't listening to understand good damn music now, let me talk like Bernard Mac. Let me tell you a little something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention. I pays attention to what I hear. This is some good music right here. And if you ain't playing this, something definitely wrong. Something definitely wrong. You got some problems. You need to go home and check yourself, because right there, that's what I'm talking about. Man, let me tell you something, right? That one right there, when you talked about the hit of R&B, listen, it ain't even just R&B. It is music.
Music, man.
It is soul. You understand what I'm saying? It goes hard, bro.
Absolutely.
It goes hard, man. That's that right there resonates with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Hey, I'm glad to hear that, man.
Yo, man, I'm gonna tell you, like,
yeah,
there's not a song that we've played so far that doesn't resonate with us here. You know what I mean? When you talk about one of a kind, that's one of them songs that keeps the relationship going. You know what I mean? And trying to do right, you know what I'm saying? When you mess up and you're trying to do right, you're trying to fix it. And, you know, sometimes they let you go through it for a while. They make you go through it for a while.
Absolutely.
But I was going to ask, when it comes down to the music, and I hear a lot of love in your music, like a lot of things about keeping the relationship, working on the relationship. How do you feel about the music now, especially when you're talking about Southern soul and soul music of today, going back into that, whereas it's about relationships, it's about love making, it's about spending time with your lady. You know, it then got back, is going back into the direction where music is supposed to be. How do you feel about your music spearheading in that direction?
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily, you know, heading in that direction, because that's what I always done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I always been true to myself, and I always, man, if you go listen to my old records, man, I was talking about the same thing, man. I was talking about the ups and downs in relationships, the good and bad, man. And that's the only thing I know, man. I spoke to God, man, early in my career, and I told him if he blessed me to do this, you know what I'm saying, professionally, you know what I'm saying, I will put out good music. You know, like I got pastors and church people that listen to my music as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I just want to help somebody, you know what I'm saying? No shot at the other music that's out, because I enjoy it as well, you know what I'm saying? But I have to make music that relates to me and relates to the people that's around me, you know what I'm saying? And it's been working for me, man, ever since I jumped in the game. So that's just what I got to keep doing, man. That's all I know. So it's gonna keep coming.
Like I say, like Dre said, you don't miss. You know what I mean? Like what you shoot out there, you don't miss, you know.
Dre started that, man. He started that, and a lot of people I've been seeing since he said that, and also King Ken too. I got to shout out King Ken.
Yeah.
King Ken and Dre Cope, man, they started that, man, and a lot of other DJs now, a lot of other people has been kind of paying closer attention to what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and checking out the music, man. So shout out to them as well.
Definitely. Shout out to the Rock the Block DJ. Shout out to DJ King Ken, because it's the DJs who's spinning the records that definitely is pushing the artist to the next level. And with those two, you know what I mean, that's definitely a good look. And you have new music that's about to drop.
Yes, sir.
And it's dropping tomorrow. There's gonna be some fireworks going on tomorrow with the new music. the new
Hey,
music,
say it again.
Yeah,
the
man.
fireworks.
I hope they enjoy it just as well as they enjoy it. I hope, man. I hope I don't let y'all down with this record. Since y'all say I don't miss, I hope I didn't let y'all down with this one, man.
Yo, I got a secret right here. We finna drop it right now.
Okay. Let's go.
We finna break it right now, ladies and gentlemen. World premiere right here on Real 360. JLake. DJ KYs, bring that new joint in here for him. Let's get it.
So glad I found you, JLake. Nobody but you. So glad I found you. You. Hey baby, I'm so glad that I met ya. Cause you've been mighty good to me. Ain't no stressing when I'm around ya. Your love, it gives me peace. When I'm down, you always lift me up. You never turn me away. We got a good thing going in a good direction. We moving, and baby, I'm here to stay. I'm so glad I found you. So glad I found you. Don't need nobody but you. Nobody but you. I'm so glad I found you. All I need is you. Baby, it's me and you. Nobody but you. All I need is you. Hey baby, you're the only one I want. And baby, you're the only one I need. No matter how old we get, I'm gonna be right there. We grow old together in a rocking chair. You and me, girl. When I'm down, you always lift me up. You never turn me away. We got a good thing going in a good direction. We moving, and baby, I'm here to stay. I'm so glad I found you. So glad I found you. Don't need nobody but you. Nobody but you. I'm so glad I found you. All I need is you. Baby, it's me and you. Nobody but you. Nobody is you like you. Nobody but you. Nobody treats me like you. Do the things you do. It's all about my baby. Oh yeah. There be any fellas out there that feel like me. I need you to go get your lady, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. I need you to grab her by the hand, look her dead in the eye. It's all about you in the morning, in the evening, late in the midnight. When I wake up, all I think about you, all I think about you, baby. Nobody but you. Oh yeah. Nobody but you.
Third.
Man,
Yo.
look here. Ladies and gentlemen, not only did you hear it as a world premiere right here, but guess what? You can also hear it as a new music being played on Real 360 radio as a matter of fact. Because I dropped it on it while we was doing it, baby. You good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And like Dre said, you don't miss, bro. You don't miss. And I know we coming to the end, but I want to make sure that individuals get the opportunity to be able to find your merchandise, like your website, get the opportunity to see you perform live, and where they can get your music from. So please let them know.
Well, man, Yeah, my merchandise, man. I have a sunglasses line. I sell sunglasses. I got a line called Epic by JLake. It's www.epique by JLake.com. I got many styles, man, from kids, women to men, women, kids. Man, check out that, man. My music is available on all digital platforms. Just search JLake. Go follow my YouTube. It's Soul Link Music LLC on YouTube. Man, social media is IMJ. You can put IMJ Lake anywhere. You're gonna pull me up, man. So definitely do that. My guy DJ Kel, he called it Lake Eyes. That's what he called it, Lake Eyes. But,
Yeah, he just said it.
yeah, he called it Lake Eyes, but it's epicbyjlake.com, man. And like I said, nobody but you. It'll be available actually at midnight, man. If you up, if y'all up, man, y'all download that, man, and follow that, man. And just I got a lot of shows coming up. I'll be in Huntsville, Alabama, this weekend on Saturday. I'll be in Huntsville. I got Memphis coming up. I got Douglasville, Texas, October 7th. I'll be over in Richmond, Virginia in September. Man, Indianapolis, Indiana. Man, a lot of shows coming up, man, and my dates are on my page. So come see me, man. Come kick it with me.
You said, hey, man, I'll definitely be able to see you in Richmond.
It's fake eyes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll be up in Richmond, man. Richmond with Sir Charles, man, West Love, J1, Richmond, Virginia, man, September 16th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's lock in. Man, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this has been one great episode with a great artist. And so late, can you hold back for me for like 2 minutes after the show? Don't go nowhere, because after the show we're gonna kick it about some things. Okay. Man, also, too, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that y'all pay attention and take notes that when it comes down to Southern Soul, there's some things that we need to do collectively as a community. Right. The artists, the DJs, the talk show hosts, podcasters, all of us need to stay on the same page and push and get structured with where the music is going next. So we need to stop all the little things that's been going on and let's get this together. Like, let's be this one family. Of course, like with everything else, things going to happen. But for the most part, let's push this music. Let's push these artists. Let's push these DJs. Let's push these talk shows, because without us doing it together, the music and the genre itself is not going to last like it should. All right?
It's true. That's true, man. Most definitely. Most definitely.
So, we support everybody in the business, Rock the Block DJs, Fleet DJs, all artists, are welcome on Real2reel360. All DJs are welcome, even other individuals who do shows. We show nothing but love and respect for all the above. And like you're right, Southern Soul is definitely rising, because you see people leaving different genres to come here, because the money is here, the love is here, the push is right here. So, and also too, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all tune in, stay tuned in all week. We got TJ Hooker on July 5th. We got Lamar Brace at 7 o'clock on the 6th. And that night at 8:30, we have the one and only, the beautiful Miss J. Shanae. So we locked and loaded all week. Stephanie, what's going on with you?
Stephanie.
And y'all make sure y'all be safe tomorrow for the 4th of July, man. Pay attention to those babies, man. And y'all make sure y'all play that JLake at that cookout, man. Don't be up there hating. Play that JLake, man.
Play that JLake, man.
Play that JLake, man. Big bro, you know what it is.
I sure do. All right, once again, my brother Jay, man, listen, man, it's been an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show. Like we tell everybody, you don't have a home away from home. You home right here on the Real2reel360 show. If there's anything that we can do to help promote and push you in this way, let's let us know. Bring you back on. You come on anytime, man. You're welcome. The door is always open, man.
Appreciate you, man. I had a great time, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Man, appreciate it, man. I should have had you on earlier, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of times. I think we had spoke a time before, and I was like, man, got to get you in here. You know what I mean?
It's love.
Shout out. That's my uncle right there. What's going on, D Weeks? What's going on? I see
D, what's going on?
Yeah. All right, y'all. Listen. Stay locked and cocked on the Real2reel360. We making things happen. We making things move. We making it as it is. It is real to real, all the way a day, every day, 360. So tune in to Real2reel360 radio show to hear this #1 release song right now. It is up on there as we speak. All right. Also, don't forget, I will be back on Tickety Tockety tonight, so y'all can get a pleasure. I will be rocking and dropping it tonight as well. All right. So y'all take care. This is Real2reel360. I am DJ KYs, and on top of that, with my co-host of the most, my brother in God, who I love him utmost, Josh Miller, aka Mr. PhD himself. We are out of here, y'all, like last year, man. Peace.
Peace.
This is Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, we want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing, and tell a friend and keep sharing, because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ KYs, my brother, take us up out of here, son.
True indeed. I want to give a big shout out to the nation of gods and earths, to all the human families on the planet Earth. I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness to you. The beast of man, woman, and child of the you and I verse. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the Real2reel360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe, so we continue to grow to bring more knowledge and wisdom to you. Upon our show, you make it possible for us to